I would like to thank the committee for their thoughtful analysis of this bill and also stating that I will be accepting the committee's amendments on this bill. The committee amendments add first-degree burglary back into the list of predicate offenses, recasts the part of the bill dealing with common benefit, which is more than reputational, to apply to all of PC 186.22, and add clarifying definition of actions that could meet this requirement, and amend Penal Code 186.22, subdivision B3, which has already been found to be unconstitutional, to extend the sunset on the current language that fixed the unconstitutionality. I remain committed to engaging with stakeholders throughout the legislative process, including opposition. Currently, gang enhancements are often used frivolously and disproportionately against people of color and have resulted in the systemic criminalization of cultures and communities. Our current gang enhancement statutes have vague definitions, they have weak standards of proof, and are perhaps the most racially discriminatory part of our criminal legal system. 92% of people with gang enhancements in California are people of color. To this point, I have shared many stories during my time with this bill. Stories of a young black man who stole a tall can of beer and a gallon of milk, who happened to be in a gang, but did not steal either of those things because he was in a gang and was levied with gang enhancement charges, versus a young white man who was actively participating in a gang, killing people, throwing up signs, wearing insignia, wearing colors, and boasting about his gang affiliation and not having a gang allegation levied on him. No enhancement. These are real stories of real people that speak to the discriminatory application of these enhancements. AB333 makes changes to the law that will reduce the damaging application of gang enhancements to the criminal cases. It also makes the standard for applying a gang enhancement rigorous, re-engineering these enhancements to function as originally intended. This bill also aligns with policy recommendations provided in the California Committee on the Revision of the Penal Code. I want to say this is not about gangs, this is about due process. And at the end of the day, this bill is just about making sure that you have to prove the charges that you are levying against someone. Currently, gang enhancements shift the fact finder's lens away from proving the base crime and towards the defendant's ethnic makeup, where they live, and who they hang out with. And as a result of gang enhancements, ordinary crimes are turned into gang crimes because of our fear of gangs and the stereotypes associated with gangs. This bill does not seek to make the application of a gang enhancement impossible. Rather, it asks that sufficient evidence be provided in order to prove that the underlying offense was actually committed on behalf of a gang. It asks that prosecutors do their job. It asks that you do not lean on arcane tools of racism and bias. This sensible change will ensure that gang enhancements are applied only to cases where there's gang enhanced activity done for the benefit of a gang. And also because of our system, once you are labeled as a gang member, you can never be delabeled as a gang member because of our gang registry. So even if you age out of being in a gang, you are still labeled a gang member, and that can be used against you. So if you jaywalk at 87 years old and at age 22 you were active in a gang enhancement can be levied against you. By addressing several damaging effects of gang evidence at trial and narrowing the applicability of such evidence, AB333 takes an important step forward at undoing some of the harm caused by current gang enhancement statutes.